recipient of the 2011 Community Hero Award was Anthony DePonzio.
Yes.
And this year, I've seen him make such great strides in his life. He's gone back to work and he got his master's degree. And continues to educate the community about brain injury. Thanks for being with us today to acknowledge the Brain Injury Awareness Month and to present the award this year. You continue to be an inspiration to all of us, Anthony. Seriously, you're wonderful.
It's an honor to be asked to come back here this year after receiving this award last year to present it to this year's recipient. It means a lot to me to come back here. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much.
This year's recipient, the 2012 Community Hero Award, this person was nominated by the members of our Newark Center. They first met Ray, then we met Ray after and totally agree with him that he's wonderful and that he should be the recipient this year. So could Sam and Noreen and Alan come up, please? Sam and Noreen and Alan represent the Newark Hickok Center. Ray Ciancaglini, did I get that right, Ray? Okay. He's a famous local middleweight boxer and founder of Second Impact, a site to help spread the word of the destructive nature of second impact injuries and continue in the fight to prevent adolescent and student athletes from suffering repeat head trauma in contact sports. He has made tremendous impacts to enact legislation which establishes rules and regulations for the treatment and monitoring of students with mild traumatic brain injury. Ray worked closely with Senator Nozzolio to get the legislation signed into law. Ray suffers from boxer syndrome, a neurological disorder which affects boxers and other athletes who suffer concussions from multiple blows to the head. No athlete is immune. Wrestlers, lacrosse players, boxers, football, softball, and baseball players. They are all susceptible to head injuries. With the invincible attitude of student athletes and peer pressure to perform, responsibility now shifts to the shoulders of coaches and caregivers to recognize injuries and help protect the students from the head trauma. Ray has made a tremendous contribution to brain injury awareness and prevention and has made many friends and admirers at the Newark and Rochester Hickok Centers. Thank you, Ray, for all that you have done and continue to do to educate community about brain injury awareness and prevention. We'd like to award you the 2012 Hickok Center Community Hero Award.
When I go to speak, every day is different for me. Some days are good, some days are bad. And I treat and I train just like I train for a fight. I train hard for it and try to make it all work. And today it's just so humbling. One of the luckiest days of my life was to walk into the front door of the Hickok Center, see all the magnificent things that they do for the members. I can't thank him enough. I can't find the words for that. Seeing it is just it's self-explanatory. This is part of the procedure here. Some days I go without the table or the stand some days, so here we're at. First, I am truly honored to receive this award and so humble that it's being presented to me by Rochester Police Officer Anthony DePonzio. Well, for anyone that doesn't believe in miracles, okay? This courageous young man is proof that they do exist. I'll tell you what, he's a tremendous inspiration to us all. Thank you. My sincere gratitude goes out to CEO Elaine Camarello, the board of directors, and the staff at the Hickok Centers for this most prestigious award. One of the luckiest days again of my life was the day I walked in the door of the Hickok Center. Noreen Kuhn had seen an article in the Finger Lakes Times with Samantha, and it was on the second impact. And the article contained information about my speaking engagements at schools and colleges aimed at educating student athletes about the possible repercussions of not addressing a concussion properly. Noreen asked if I would come in and speak to the Hickok Center members. After my visit, I received several thank you notes and acknowledgments of how my talk was very helpful and inspiring to everyone. But I got to tell you the truth. I was the one inspired. Through the Hickok Center, I met the most wonderful people. The staff is so dedicated and caring, and the members, they fueled my determination to keep battling. I think of them each time the going gets tough. And as I look out into the audience, it's so heartwarming to see the support here today for all of us who have been diagnosed with a brain disorder. For anyone dealing with traumatic brain injury, support's the key. I'll tell you, nobody can battle this life-altering condition alone. And I'm extremely fortunate. Adjustments. I'm used to them. I'm extremely fortunate to have the impeccable support of some very special friends and family, especially my wife Patty sitting here. Even through my darkest days when I went into seclusion, this young lady never left my side. I don't know where I would be without her and the best family and friends that anybody could ask for. Anybody. Tonight I'm receiving a Hero Award, but I have to be honest again. The real heroes are the caregivers at the Hickok Centers, at our hospitals, our doctors, our social workers, and our friends and family who care for us every day, who feel our pain, and are the ones who pick us up when we stumble. I'm dedicating this award today to all the caregivers. From the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough for all you do. Senator Mike Mazzolio for working with me to establish and get passed into law the Concussion Management Awareness Act. Many other states are also implementing this same legislation to properly address head injuries. Because of this law, we will never have to worry about an athlete being mistakenly put into harm's way. As a former boxer, I'm fighting the toughest fight of my life. For many years I've been battling dementia, pugilistica, and Parkinson's syndrome. These progressive disorders are the direct result of not addressing a concussion properly as a young boxer. Through my speaking engagements, I tell my story with a hope that no other athlete will suffer the same fate as me. I challenged the concussion and I got beat. And a career that spanned over 44 bouts, no opponent had ever knocked me down, and I refused to allow dementia to be the first one to do that. I was always determined to be standing at the end of each fight when the judge's decision was rendered. And as I stand here today, I'll guarantee you, even though the odds are stacked against me, I'll continue to battle for brain injury prevention and awareness right up until that final bell rings. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Love you. Oh, it's hard to say anything after that. Just to remind people that the basket raffles are still going on and the silent auction items are still going on. And we're going to be drawing at 5:30 for everything. My breath is taken away right now, so I think, to be honest with you, I'm having a hard time figuring out what to say, but just continue to have a good time, and I'll